I know that I am aware of that you all guys don't want to enroll yourself in any expensive English classes or English coaching because you always just think that actually I also used to think that what would I learn after enrolling in that course? I don't know what are the things that I would learn. Would those be helpful for me or not? These are the things that always be in my mind. We don't know what kind of results we get at the end of 6 months or 3 months, and at the same time, that is why we don't want to spend a single penny on those type of courses, and we don't want to spend a single penny, and or I would say that we don't want to get ripped off from those spoken English classes. Get ripped off means we don't want to spend a single penny. Okay, I was also one of that kind of person who used to think that like I don't want to spend, and that is why I learned this language at my home by simply sitting at my home, very simply and easily, and I have learned a lot just by the help of my mobile phone. You think that how did I learn? Yes guys, I learned it very easily. Yes, it is true. I'm very honest in front of you guys. Yes, I did learn this thing at my home. And how? Just because of it. What is it? It means my mobile phone. I learned everything by the help of it. This is the resource that I utilized very well. My a lot of time. I spent my maximum time on it for learning some new things. Not only for English, I used it for many purposes, such as I used it for making my notes, for making my assignments, and so many things. I used it a lot, and I say that I am a very good speaker. I get fluency by the help of it, not in that way that I am speaking like a native speaker, not in that way, but I get that kind of fluency that I could speak in front of anyone, I could communicate with anyone. Okay, if I can learn this language, so why can't you guys? Why can't you? You could also learn this language just by sitting at your home, just simply and easily. You don't need to spend your single penny for learning it. Okay, I have learned this language, so why can't you guys? I would say that I have learned a lot. So by which techniques or by which steps I have learned, so I just want to share those steps with you. Actually, there are mainly three steps that I want to share with you, that I am going to share with you today, like which made me fluent. Not in the way that I'm looking not I am talking like a not native speaker, but I am good at speaking. Okay, I'm good at speaking. So this is the main thing, that I am putting my efforts, and you should also put your efforts. Doesn't matter though it's right or wrong, or are you speaking right or wrong, but you are practicing, that's enough. And that's how I have improved my speaking. I am not that much fluent like a native speaker, but I have come to this far. Okay, right? So I have came to this far, so that's matter, and I have achieved this much of fluency, and that is enough for me. I am learning these days. Okay, I am leveling up these days. Okay, so I am putting my efforts, and you always have to put your efforts. That's matter. And by this way you would learn English, you could know how to speak in English, you could know how to don't be hesitant in front of anyone. Okay, so these are the main things that you have to do. But still there are so many learners guys out there who are trying to improve their fluency, who are trying to acquire this knowledge, but they couldn't, just because of some things. Like they are implementing a lot, they are learning by the help of the mobile phone, they are learning by the help of the internet, but they are not applying it in their daily life. They are not speaking enough, they are not practicing enough. So this is the kind of thing, that is why they are putting themselves back. So that is why, guys, I'm gonna tell you three main steps that are important, that are necessary, that are integral part for learning English. So let's get started. And when we talk about our first step, so that step would take your English speaking zero to level up, zero to pro level, sorry, you zero to pro level. Like your speaking would be like a normal speaker, like you can speak. So our first step is about input. You should consume whatever you listen in English, whatever you watch in English. You just should have to consume that. That is a kind of input. For example, there is a one computer and we want to do programming in that. So firstly we would have to put input in that. So this is also like this. If we want to practice in English, if we want to speak in English, so firstly we have to take an input. We have to take an input, like we have to listen some native speakers, we have to listen English speakers. So by that kind of videos, by listening to them, we could know how they are speaking, what kind of sentences they are using, what kind of impressions they are using, what kind of expressions they are using. So these are kind of main things for learning English. This is a kind of your first step. So guys, whenever you open your mobile phone, whenever you open your YouTube, so just try to listen, just try to watch that kind of content which is in English. Just try to find or try to search some that kind of videos which are captivating and has a exciting content by which you could enjoy and also you can learn English. So just try to find that kind of content, and after that, whenever you find that content, so just try to follow that channel which contains videos in English, and which contains a vast knowledge related to English, like related to some things which are related to learning English. So just try to watch the videos of that channel like on your daily basis. Just try to listen one video on your daily basis. So by this you could get to know that what are the things for which are important. Apart from this, you could also listen to some podcasts like audios. There is a one app that is also podcast, and in that application there are many podcasts which are in English, so you could listen that. Uh, you just have to listen that. Just close your eyes and just listen that how they are speaking, or how they are pronouncing any word in English. Just try to focus on that thing, just try to focus on that syllables. So that is how you will learn English. And just try to pronounce those words which you think that you couldn't pronounce it, or you wanna pronounce it. So just try to pronounce those words. This is the kind of input that you are taking in whenever you listen any video in English. So that would be kind of input. Whenever you watch any type of content which is in English, so that would be kind of input. So yes, this is a kind of input that you have to take in for learning English. So this is a kind of your first step, and that is a main step that you have to do on your. After that, if you are interested in reading, so just try to read. Just try to read which type of book you have in English. Just try to read that. Just try to read a paragraph on your daily basis. Try to read some new vocabulary words. Try to learn those words. When you immerse yourself in reading, you would definitely see that you have a improvement in your English. You have an improvement in your phase of learning. Yes guys, reading is the main thing for learning English. What I want, guys, I just want to tell you all, guys, that you should engross yourself in these activities, because by this you could learn English in a very short period of time. Okay, you could learn English, but what you have to do, you just have to put your efforts, you just have to take an input. Okay, let's move to the second point, guys. Let's move to the second step. Now our second step is about output. Now what is output? Output. Output means whatever you took in, so just you have to take them out. Yes, this is a kind of output. Like, firstly, I have given you example that you are doing programming, okay, and you are putting input, so after that you have to take output. So this is the kind of that thing. This is also just like that, okay. So whatever you listen, whatever you learn, whatever you have learned in the first step, in your first step, so just you have to um, give output to yourself, okay. So this is the kind of main thing. So just try to speaking is the second step, guys. Yes, output means speaking. Just do practicing. Whatever you want, whatever you listen in English, just try to speak that aloud. Just try to speak that aloud. This is the kind of main thing for learning English, for improving your communication skills, for brushing up your communication skills, okay. So it would make you a pro speaker in English. You would be definitely a speaker, a good speaker in English, okay. So just you have to follow these steps. These are the main steps that are necessary for learning English, and this is the only step. If you will do it now, so you would get fruitful results, okay. But if you're not practicing, if you're not speaking, so your next steps, so your results would not be good. You would just think that I am implementing a lot, but I am doing nothing. I have not any kind of improvement. I don't have any improvement. Where is my output? Where is my feedback? Or where is my speaking skills? I have learned a lot, but I am not giving output to myself. Yeah. So if you would not practicing, if you are not practicing, so your growth every day will be going down instead of going up. That would be going down, and that is not good for you. That would be not good for you. So what you have to do, you just have to practicing for improving your communication skills, for improving your communication skills, for improving your fluency. Yes, guys, you have to do it. You have to do practice. You have to do speaking, and this is a kind of main step which would help you to elevate your English. Elevate means to improve your English. That would improve your English a lot, okay. So now let's move on to the third step. I just want to tell you, third step is not that much important, but I just want to tell you, okay. So our first step is like, you just have to use some social media apps for this, okay. Like Instagram, Facebook, or WhatsApp, okay. So what I used to do, uh, when I was learning English, when I was beginner, when I was at the beginner level, so what I used to do, I just used to upload one status on my daily basis, and that status was only in English. I just try to read some books, or I was using chat GPT, and I just get one word, one vocabulary word on my daily basis, okay. And whenever I learn that word, so I just try to write 3 or 4 sentences by the help of that word. And after making those sentences, I just upload those sentences on my WhatsApp as my status. So that is how I improved my vocabulary a lot. As you can see, guys, I'm a good speaker. Yes, I am a good speaker. I am fluent enough. I'm not fluent like a native speaker, yes, but I could speak. I could communicate in front of anyone. Yes, I could communicate in front of anyone. So if I can, so why can't you guys? You could also do that. So if you don't want to upload status on your WhatsApp, so you can upload it on your Instagram, you could upload it on your Facebook, okay. Yes, guys, so these are the things that are necessary for learning English, which I used, and I just want that you should also follow these steps for learning English. Yes, guys, these are the main things, okay. So I also want to tell you one thing, that if you're new on my channel, so please subscribe my channel and please watch my video till the very end, because it's must gonna be helpful for you. Because I am that kind of girl who is from village, and who learn English by just by the help of mobile phone. Okay, so if I could learn English, why can't you guys? Why can't you can also learn. Okay, yes, thank you. And if you enjoy my video, if you enjoy learning with me, so please do subscribe and like my video. Thank you. And guys, if you're new on my channel, please do subscribe my channel and like my video. And I just want to tell you, just don't skip the video till the very end, because I'm gonna tell you three main steps which are which are necessary for learning English. Okay guys, don't skip it. Okay, because those are the main things that I used a lot, by which I have learned English. And thank you.